Shane Dawson. Did he or did he not jizz on his cat? That seems to be the question of the day. And, Your Honor, I'm not here to accuse nor defend the suspect. I'm merely here to analyze the case and to bring to your attention and to that of the jury the facts and the speculations covered in a thick layer of common sense which appears to have gone missing, Your Honor. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was an old clip from Shane's podcast from years ago where he vividly described a sexual act with his cat that allegedly took place in 2007.
I was like, if I just hump, but on her tummy, that's not weird, whatever. And then I humped it, and it kept going, and I came all over the cat.
No, you did not.
It was my first sexual experience.
No
I was also
way.
19, so it's
Wait a minute.
Wait a second, did you just say you came on a cat?
As soon as this clip was reposted on Twitter, the public, as they often love to do, hastily grabbed their torches and pitchforks and jumped out to take Shane down. Shane posted a thread on Twitter saying that the story was nothing more than a joke, and that he's tired of apologizing and explaining his edgy and outrageous humor from his past, which he has since moved away from. He adds, and I quote, "I'm sorry for being someone who thought being super offensive and shocking all the time was funny. I feel like without my past I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be able to grow and spend my energy on things that actually mean something." Now, I don't know if he did or didn't jizz on his cat when he was a teenager. Was it a joke? Maybe, but the takeaway that I get from this entire situation is how quickly people's attitude changes in regards to someone with a profile as large as Shane's. Just weeks ago, he was hailed as this innovator who is breathing new life into this platform. He was being applauded for his docuseries, for what he did with the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy, for shedding light on a heavy subject like domestic abuse in the case of Brittany Louise Taylor. He was widely regarded as a visionary, but as soon as the target was on his back, he suddenly became the butt of everyone's jokes. And Chuck E. Cheese himself was somewhere out there probably like... Look, animal abuse is wrong, obviously, and I do hope that Shane was joking, but the speed with which the mob mentality takes over in a case like this is terrifying. Why do we have this urge to cancel someone as soon as something controversial comes out about them? In a case like Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby, absolutely, these are undoubtedly monsters who need to have the power stripped away from them because they're using it in destructive ways. But this thing of going back and looking through old tweets and old podcasts from years ago with the sole purpose of finding something incriminating is ridiculous. These days, everything is documented on the internet. At some point, you will inevitably say something stupid, and then a decade later, when you've evolved and matured, and even the sensibilities of the world around you have changed, to then have something dug up from a different era that's gonna affect your current career is mind-boggling, especially when you have proven yourself to be a changed person. Despite the mob mentality making people pile on, and despite a select few who are maliciously trying to hurt his career, there is overwhelming evidence that Shane is a good guy. People who come in contact with him describe him as a kind-hearted human being. Garrett Watts is one of the people who immediately jumped to his defense, saying, "Shane is one of the most thoughtful, kind-hearted, empathetic guys I know, and the notion of him abusing or hurting another living creature is as implausible as your arms turning into laser-blasting diamond cannons." And, I'm a little triggered by that last line there, Garrett. He goes on to close his statement by saying, "Please be forgiving. Realize that people change, and use your power to cancel and nullify those in this world who are doing truly evil things." We love to be outraged, especially on Twitter. We wake up in the morning, we have a sip of tea, we go to the trending tab to check who's in the shame spotlight today, only to insert their name in the preset hashtag blank is over party, regardless of the severity or the validity of the reason behind it. In the most recent episode of Last Week Tonight, John Oliver tackled this exact topic, public shaming, and towards the end of the episode, he says this.
Think of the dumbest thing you did when you were young. Not the dumbest thing you got caught doing. The dumbest thing you did. The thing you stole or cheated on or accidentally sexted. And again, I am sorry, Mom. Now imagine hearing about that every single day for decades on end.
That's right, you and I have said and done some stupid things in the past. I guarantee you that every single living person on this earth has made a joke or has said something or done something that could jeopardize their career. But most people learn from their mistakes. Most people evolve. And in a world where our lives and our thoughts become more and more public, we need to be more tolerant and more thoughtful about where we direct our anger and who we decide to take down. Because if the bar for outrage is this low, no living human being is safe. I think this is a very interesting topic, and I'm curious what you think about cancel culture as a whole. Let me know down in the comments. And while we're talking about Shane, I want to send a huge congratulations to him and Ryland, who just got engaged. This is going to be the royal wedding of YouTube. So once again, congratulations to these two boys. And speaking of boys, which by the way is a phrase that I've never said before, the Clout Boys contest. In my last video, I announced a little giveaway where I would pick 3 random people who followed me on Instagram, and I would initiate them into the exclusive Clout Boys Club. And the winners are
Caden Geyer, Priscilla, and Nikolai Wormer, who is apparently a dog.
Congratulations, all 3 of you are now Clout Boys. And if you want to participate in my Instagram giveaways, just follow me on Instagram. It's that simple. But that's going to be it for this video. Wilfur and I will see you again very soon.